Good morning, everyone. It's September 4th, 2018. I'm Eric. There's a article over at ANTIFA entitled "Antifa Terrorists Forming a Red Army, Call for Civil War, quote, biggest mass murder of the 20th century as if he was a saint." And in it, they talk about how the far left sees Bush, Clinton, Obama, and I mean both Clintons, by the way, as the resistance. Seriously. And they couldn't be further from being such a thing, could they? I mean, Donald Trump is closer to being a resistance than those people are. But there's an excerpt from the Antifa website called Red Guards Austin. And they say, let's look at the event from a military perspective. Many from the right wing side, including the fascists, were well armed and equipped. While this makes them dangerous, their tactical strength is overshadowed by their strategic weakness. All their weapons and their fighting conditions mean absolutely nothing without support from the broader masses of people. Regardless of their current lack of popularity, a fascist populist movement is still a threat, and backward elements of society are moved to become fascist during economic crisis. This is the main reason why we oppose fascist presence or any attempts on their part to organize. Our principle is that when you go against a class enemy, you hit them. That if you do not hit them, he will not fall. The fact that no fascists were harmed in making this counter-protest only proves that the main organizers have no stomach for anti-fascism. For us, anti-fascists is concrete. It does not mean simply voicing disagreement. It means stopping fascists in their tracks and hurting their efforts to the point where they stop organizing. On the basis of our principled united front work, fascists and their collaborators can be drowned out, run out, routed, beaten bloody, and even annihilated. So, they have plenty of backing financially from George Soros and others. They have people willing to join them, and particularly the illegals and the Muslims. I've said numerous times that the illegals, the people migrating to this country, the Muslims, the people from Africa, Black Lives Matter, they're going to be used as a proxy on the leftist side to create a civil war. The civil war can happen, and it will happen. These people are pushing hard for it. I'm not a right-wing individual. I do not subscribe to either ideology. in any way. I will admit, however, that both sides, and I'm talking about classical liberals here, both sides have good points to them. But at the end of the day, both sides are highly authoritarian. Both sides pile law upon law upon law on the people. And anytime you create a law that bans something or makes one behavior or another illegal, you've just created a whole new sector of criminal or criminals. And you keep feeding the industrial complex, the law enforcement industrial complex, and of course this is the point, isn't it? To keep feeding those beasts. But they want to beat you bloody and even annihilate you. And you're not going to hear any mainstream pundits or any leftist politicians condemn those ideas. Instead, what you're going to hear is them encouraging this behavior. And it's going to erupt into a civil war. Now, once the violence is pretty steady coming from that side, you're gonna get people on the right and the middle organizing to fight against them. And I hope it happens, I'll be honest with you. I think this country really needs to get rid of a lot of the authoritarian and stupid people out there. We really do. I mean, the stupidity of people these days is fucking staggering. Staggering. Now, I'm not a genius. I'm just a regular guy. But I know enough to understand what's going on. And these people, the Antifas, the Black Lives Matter, the La Raza, all these groups, they're gonna form an army to kill white people. Their main targets are going to be, and are, white people. And we're going to see something along the lines of what happened in China, what happened in Russia, and maybe what happened in Germany. Maybe a kind of a mixture of them. And if we don't do something about it, if we continue to sit on our asses, drinking our beers and watching our TVs and all that, we're going to lose. We're going to lose just by the sheer number of people that they're going to get. There was a part in there that alludes to that as well. I'm trying to find it. Right. Regardless of their current lack of popularity, a fascist populist movement is still a threat. And their strategic weakness. Strategic weakness. And these people are fucking serious about this stuff. They really are. They're training. They're buying the weapons with Soros money. And they're going to continue to recruit people, put them in a sort of boot camp, and get them ready. And this isn't going to take 10 years. It's not going to take that long. How long does it take for basic training? And then you have the time where they're organizing. So it's not going to take years for this to happen. They already got a bunch of people that hate whites. Now, I don't hate Mexicans. I don't hate black people. But I do have white children. My wife is white. I'm white. So, I'm going to take that side. And even if I weren't, and they weren't white, your ideologies are completely fucking backwards. And I wouldn't take your side, even then. But I am up for shit hitting the fan. I am up for a civil war. I have dreamed about these things all of my life, and these things are coming to fruition. And I hope my subscribers are prepared. The thing is, you can be in the greatest shape of your life, non-smoker, all that. But if you're not willing to kill, that means nothing. And on the other hand, a guy that's only in okay shape, who might smoke cigarettes, and is willing to kill, is going to be far more effective than the person in shape who is unwilling. So, things to think about. What side are you going to take? Are you going to take any? That's my recommendation. You don't take a side. You just defend yourself. You just defend your family. You just defend your own principles. Don't become part of the group mind, because when you do, everything you are disappears. Hope you all have a good day. Kill the state, live free.